Hello, y'all. What it do? I'm about to share my screen and we're going to code a little bit. Well, I'm going to code a little bit. If people have questions and they're like, yo, I want to know about developer advocacy or anything, you can feel free to ask me. But let me just share my screen really quick so I can get into my work. There it is. Interesting. Why do I have this random background? Whatever. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, my code editor, make this bigger. For the past following times of me streaming, it's always like doesn't work. But I know it's gonna work this time because I'm familiar with this SDK, it's JavaScript, everything's all good in the hood. So let me show y'all what I'm gonna be doing. Or at least let me look at what I'm gonna be doing. So right now, basically in our documentation, we had a little update. We went to Web 5 credentials 4.4, which means now we can do verifiable presentations. So I want to be able to show that with the JavaScript SDK. And how y'all doing? Talk in the chat. I'm just gonna like talk about different things while I'm sitting here coding. I think one thing I want to talk about is sometimes people ask me, how do you like level up in tech quickly? And that's a really good question. To be honest, I don't know the true answer to it. And I think people ask me this question because it looks like I leveled up really fast. Like I think people are like, oh, you were junior, then you were mid-level, and then you were staff. But I low-key don't see it that way. Let me update this. So I'm gonna try this out first before I put it in the docs. I just want to like run it on my own. Let me see. If I do, I'm gonna put package.json 4.4. npm on. Anyways, sometimes people think like, oh yeah, I leveled up really fast, but I think I just been in a lot of junior roles for a really long time, and it made it look like I had only been in engineering for like a short amount of time, but that wasn't the case. Okay, this successfully updated. I think a lot of me. Oh, hey Jess. Ooh. How you doing, Jess? What's going on? What's good? Oh, and you said life's good. Just had my first root canal. Oh my gosh. But despite the bad rep root canals have, it kind of went fine. Oh, that's good. I thought you were about to be like, it's horrible. I'm dying. I'm I'm crying. I don't know. I'm glad to hear it didn't go too bad. I'm glad you're doing good, Jess. I'm glad you're doing good. I was just talking to myself about leveling up in tech, because sometimes people ask me that question, and I'm just like, I think, what are y'all's thoughts? What are we doing? Okay, I got you. Basically, what we're doing is this SDK got an update. Every time I be coding, things don't work, but this is going to work for sure. Not every time I code, but every time I stream. But basically, this got to update Web 5 credentials. That means we have like a new import, right? So what I'm going to do is, or a new package to import, or a new, like, yeah. But basically what I'm going to do is like build out how it should look and then update the documentation here. That's basically what I be doing a lot. Like updating documentation. I'm going to update it in all the places that it needs to be updated. I think particularly this one on presentation exchange, because I did the Kotlin one a long time ago for verifiable presentations, but it doesn't match the JavaScript one. So I'm just going to make everything match. Yeah. And then I was just going to talk, like, if y'all have thoughts on how do people, we were doing doc updates too. Let's go. Wait, are you the person that had a really long PR the other day? Like I think you were telling me in my last stream that you had like this super long PR. How did that go? Oh, word. Awesome. So I did remember. I hope that went well. All right. So what am I going to do to try this out is I am going to, maybe I'll just, let's see. Exit. Oh, so let me tell y'all about verifiable credentials a little bit too. I think I might have talked about this before, but whatever. I'm gonna just say it again. I actually think they're really cool. Like at first I was like, what is this? Right? It's the way people would say it, it's like a digital proof. I would think of it like as a digital version of like a document that you have, like an ID, a birth certificate, a degree, or whatever. And then you like, I think Jess knows this because she's from Auth0. You will like save it in your phone, and like let's say you go to the airport or whatever, you have a digital travel credentials. People are using this outside of the US. But the US is like slower to adopt this. But the US uses this in mobile driver's license. So, the states that have it, I don't have it. They have a mobile driver's license. It's not the same type of verifiable credential that TBD uses. In fact, I think Auth0 has like a cool example. What was it called? MDL.me? Yeah. They have like this little not little library. They have this library that they're gonna come out with, they said sometime later this year, and they kind of show how do you do it? I don't know. Okay, like yeah, it's good. This is like a example, right? Like you like have it here, and it shows like what's the contents in there, how valid it is, and all that. I think it's kind of cool. And like for verifiable credentials in Web5, we take the JSON and we turn it into a JSON web token. But with a mobile driver's license, for it to like meet international standards, it's supposed to be CBOR. I don't know if that's how you even say the way it is. CBOR. It's like concise binary object representation. So it's like this long thing, and then this is like information with all the claims in it. But yeah, that's all my thoughts. Oh, okay. Just said MDL is so cool. I want it to go mainstream. I know, me too. Like, do you know how easy it would be for me to have my mobile driver's license in my phone? I have ADHD, so I lose stuff so much. Like, it would be nice that I have it as a backup at least. Uh, you said great. Yeah, all merged. Found one bug after merge, but working through it. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. My favorite thing about that bug is I had to switch a library I was using. Library's named R2D2. um, dang it, Star Wars, right? I'm not like a huge Star Wars person, but my husband is. So I know some of the stuff, but you'll probably be like, I can't believe it. But yeah, but that's a cute name. That's a cute name. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the background of what I'm working on. So I was making my own little fake one right here. But what I might do is just copy or create example one here, docs.js, just copy the whole thing and then just then just add the rest of it for myself. So create a VC, just so I can make sure. I'm just going to copy and paste it over to the docs after. I'm going to do this. Import, and then, yep. Thanks, Copilot. And then now I'm going to copy this over. I just copy most of the workflow and keep it pushing. Or should I do this workflow? I like this one better. Yeah. I think I'm going to. Oh, and I need to update this from saying dead key. I'll do that. I don't want to use this one. I just thought about it. I'm like, it's really out of date. All right. So we'll go through the whole thing just for the sake of doing it, I guess. Let me see what the comments say. Hey, what's going on? What it do? Thanks for stopping by. I always just code. Well, not always, but whenever I code on a live stream, I'm like, my stopping point is when it's time for me to go to the gym. So if we do node docs.js, oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't name these the right thing. I'm gonna call it issuer did, subject did. I was about to say, I was like, and then something else right here before we get to this. Cool. That worked. This is the verifiable credential. It's like an employment credential. And then why didn't you sign? What's different about the issuer did? And then what's going to happen is we'll see a JSON web token. Cool. That's the JSON web token. And then what's going to happen next? I feel like I've showed this before, but I just think it's cool. We're going to, I'll just do a regular verify. Oh, why is it missing here? Oh, because I don't have the verifiable presentations. That's probably the next thing I want to do. Let's see what methods they have in verifiable presentation. Okay. We got type, or these are part of the constructor. Okay. Cool. Basically, verifiable presentation is like all the verifiable credentials or combined amount of verifiable credentials. So let's say you're like signing up for a job and they want like credentials that you worked at specific jobs and your education credentials. Maybe these are all separate. You can put them and package them all up into one and be like, here you go. Here's only the information you need. Let's see. Kind of a bummer how few states have MDL so far. I legit forget my wallet all the time. I think it's like a whole like regulation process. I think like a lot of states have like different rules and they have to find technology providers that like meet all of those standards. Like if we look at, there's like an MDL map. It's crazy that Louisiana was the first one. You know what? It's a bummer for me though. I don't see on the map Massachusetts, where I live, highlighted. It's like y'all aren't even working on this at all. It's not even an option. So like they have all of these. I don't know how big it is for you. I'll zoom in. But they have all of these like, oh, even Canada's doing something related, right? So they have all these statuses. Like some people have tried it out. Some people, or not some people, but some states have tried it out. Some states are saying, okay, we have it, but a non international standard implementation, blah, 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 blah. It's cool. So there are states, this is a good amount of states. I just don't know why Massachusetts is not included. We talk about we're a progressive state. Well, let's see the progress. Just said also, if you need to renew these documents, if they need to be shipped to your house, they can take. Yeah, that's so true. I feel like it's kind of like when you know how we brought debit cards to our phones wallets before. We had to like wait just for your debit card because you couldn't do nothing, but you could order a new debit card and then you can get like your new little debit card in your phone and then wait for like the physical thing to arrive, which I think is cool. Yeah, me neither. My current state nor the state we're moving to support them. Damn, that sucks. I'm sorry. That sucks. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm like, what's the deal? Hopefully people start getting on the move with this type of stuff. Cause I would love to have that. Oh, guys, this is so off topic, but my sister, she started learning to code, and look what she made. It's simple. It's simple to us, but she made this. I mean, she drew these, but like it's HTML and a little CSS. She put her little drawings on the side and drawings in the background. She wants to make a game, and I think it's so cute. I'm so happy for her, especially because I've been trying to get her to learn to code. I'm like, you should learn to code. And she's like, no, it looks boring. I'm like, it's definitely not. I mean, I guess it could be boring at times, but it's not boring if you I don't know, if you find the joy in the parts that you're doing, I think it can be frustrating, but not boring. But yeah, that's me just being all distracted. Um, do I have an example of verify here? Okay, I'm just gonna drop all of these in until I get to the point that I want to be at. And I don't know why I have so many things opened. But what's y'all's thoughts though? Because a lot of like I was asking, right? Like a lot of times people are like, how do you like level up quickly? Especially a lot of black women like level up technically quickly. And my thoughts is you really can't do it quickly. Like I think I mean not you can't do it quickly, but I think sometimes people should be embracing that the journey may take a little bit. You're not going to automatically immediately know everything, but there are like different things that could help. Like maybe you join a team where you're set up for success, you're reading code, stuff like that. But I don't know. What's y'all's thoughts? All right, so we're going to change this to be that. And just want to have the whole workflow looking good. Terminal. We can run this one more time. Failed? Oh, the JWT's expired. Oh, I put the expiration date here. I was like, huh? All right. We'll just update it. There we go. Next thing is, how did I create a verifiable presentation? Let me see how I did it in the Kotlin code here. So verify VC test and blah, blah, blah. Oh, it froze. Oop. Let's see what you guys wrote here. Oh, hey! Oh, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Jess said, "How's the GitHub going?" I know, right? My sister's like, "Yeah, this froze. Hold on." My sister's like, "Oh, I don't know how to put it on the GitHub." I'm like, "Oh, you're so cute." I think my best tip for leveling up fast is figuring out how to keep the learning process more playful. I love that. That's a great way to put it. Like you want it to not be something that's overwhelming you and stressing you out. I think the best way to learn is is learning by project. That's when you start recognizing patterns and see the bigger picture. I think so too. Once you just build, you have like I feel like your neurons start connecting and you're like, yo, I did that the other day and I did this thing. Like, oh, now it makes sense why this happens and all that. So I agree with that. For me, it helped to have allies to guide me and keep my anxiety about progressing faster in check. I like that and I agree with that. I think once I had teammates that were like, it's okay, like take your time with learning and all that, I felt even more confident to just go head on with learning and like taking my time too. Hard to learn fast when in frustration mode or when the environment isn't conducive to learning. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All of y'all had some really good thoughts. Very good thoughts. Now I'm trying to see how I even made this verifiable presentation. Like, where did you even come from? Because I'm like, I think I did yeah, I did do this. Go to definition. Let's see. You just come out of nowhere? Oh, I did verifiable presentation dot create, and then I put the credentials in each of these. All right, we're cooking with gas. I'm about to just write this, but in JavaScript. And I'll look at how open this on the side, close this, and I can just split it. There we go. I never really know what to do when streaming, but I'm trying to get myself more into it. Thank you, Copilot. You are You are lovely. Look at you, just doing what I need you to do. Is that all that it needs? I'm just gonna see console.log.vp. There it is. We've made a verifiable presentation. So maybe I'll make 2 of them, and then that will be my example to myself of what I got to add into the documentation. So let's make another VC. I don't know what I will make. Date of birth. And maybe I'll call this VC1, VC2, date of birth credential. What do I need in there? I don't know. Date of birth. There we go. And then we'll call this VC. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And we'll do VC1. And then we'll do one. There we go. I love Copilot. I'm not even typing. And then I'm assuming this should be in an array. And in Kotlin, there's an additional data part. Do we have that? Create additional data. What is it for? I don't know. Arbitrary data? Whatever. I'll put that in here. Like, what arbitrary data would there be? Let's see how it looks when I put it in there, because maybe that'll make more sense to me. Like, once I print it out. Arbitrary data. Okay. And wait, verifiable credential undefined. I think I did this wrong. Let me see how it looked before. Right? Oh no, they both say undefined. Is this correct? Is that what's supposed to happen? Let's look at maybe how it looked in the Kotlin section. Like, what is the intended result? Print, and yeah. And I'm gonna say Kotlin, how do you run that? PM test Kotlin. Something should print out. Okay, let me read the comments. That is true. Okay, I think you're doing great with streaming. You and other women inspire me to do this. Oh, thank you. It can be really fun to meet people who are interested in what you're working on or passionate about. You inspire me too. I feel like your idea on like the astrology and JavaScript, that's so cute. Like, I want to get more creative. I want to get more creative with stuff. So thank you. I mean, it's really nice to have you guys both, all of you all be like supportive too. Aha. Why did this not run? Maybe I don't have the latest changes. Let me see something. Or did I put this outside? Oh, I put it outside of the actual test. I was not paying attention. I'm going to just print it out like somewhere. Maybe here. Print VP. Is that what it's called? No, verifiable presentation. And then trying again. Aw. I love like women supporting another woman. All right. Now we should get something. Some type of printout somewhere. I don't see anything. I just want to see what it looks like so I know that this is the intended results. Maybe I'll like print a word or something. I just want to see it. Oh, I think I was writing. What did I write? Print? That should have still worked, but maybe I'll do print line. Make it more clear. Maybe I'll write a little message too. Print line. And I just want to see the verifiable presentation. Unless the verifiable presentation returns like void or something, which that shouldn't be right. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Okay, I do have to answer your DM. I suck at, like, my calendar. Like, I look at my calendar and then I get overwhelmed and I'm like, "I'll do this later." You're a Kotlin? You didn't know I'm a Kotlin dev now? Kotlin is my jam now. Like Kotlin and JavaScript. I wanted Swift to be my jam, but I can't stand it. I tried it out. I went in with a positive mindset and it hurt my brain so much. But yeah, I write Kotlin because we have multiple SDKs, which is so weird. I'm just gonna open IntelliJ instead of trying to run these tests. Yeah, I already have like working examples somewhere in here. Basically, I make myself a whole bunch of random example. This is a mess. This is a mess. But I make myself have a whole bunch of random examples so that like maybe I need to do a demo or just put a code sample into my blog post. Or, we updated SDK and I'm like, let me try it out on my own so I know how this works. Do I have verifiable presentation somewhere in here? This is not my file. VP? If not, I'm just going to rewrite it. Dang. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll copy and paste this. I just want to see what that looks like. That's so hard. All right. Hey, copy. And then paste. And then I'll just do this. Then who's the issuer? This person. And then import web5.sdk. Sorry it's so small. It's a pain to zoom in on, what is this called? IntelliJ. I'm not doing it. What's the problem? Is it because it's only one? Oh, this is supposed to be this, right? Yep, there we go. And then presentation result. I wonder if I can take this out. It seemed like it was optional in the JavaScript one. Yeah. Print line verifiable presentation. I just want to see, like, what is the intended thing? Is it going to be undefined? And the console should be right here. All right, here we go. So there is something in the verifiable credentials section, which means I'm doing something in the JavaScript part wrong. Let's go back. It shouldn't say verifiable credential undefined. Let me see what's on the chat. All good, no rush on DM. Learning new languages is where it's at. I'm starting to dip into Python. That's good. Exciting. I like dipped in a little bit, like, but not enough. Like when I did, was at GitHub, I like tried it out a little bit. Code for ants. I know it's so small. It's just like a pain. I'm just so lazy to zoom in on IntelliJ because I mean, maybe there's a shortcut that I don't know about, but the command plus doesn't work for it. So I just don't like doing like view and then plus, 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 plus. I'm like, I don't care. We're not going to be in there for long. All right. So let me figure out why is there no jot in here or credential, whatever. Like it didn't pick it up, even though I said it. Let's see. It looks like I'm doing what it told me. It has some options. VC. Oh, should it be this? I don't know. Yeah, maybe I had just accepted whatever GitHub Copilot gave me. Because this one says, yeah, that one says VCJWTs. and it's not a one-to-one mapping. Let's see. There we go. There's the verifiable credentials. So the properties actually VCJWTs, and then I'll do like the additional data. I don't know what it possibly could be. Like, okay, whatever. There we go. That's good. And then now that we made a verifiable presentation, oh, I wanted both of them in here. Let's see. In the date of birth one. That's why you gotta check when AI generates your code. It's good, but you gotta double check because it will lead you astray. Just said, love me some Python. So if you need any help, I'm down. Aw, I really hope that my company comes out with a Python SDK so I can really go in. I know they're coming out with Go, Dart, and Rust. Because I feel like the way I am is like sometimes I'm not thinking deep enough of like how I can exercise my skills on a certain language. But once it's like, oh, this is like a product or a tool that people are using, then I get like a full expansive experience. I don't know. Heck yeah, Rust. Surprised Rust before Python though. I know, right? I think there's a demand for it. I don't know why. I don't know exactly why. I know some of the stuff like Kotlin and Swift are a demand because a lot of this, like I showed y'all before, would be like a verifiable credential on your phone. So we're trying to like make sure it's accessible like to build mobile applications. I don't know how Rust fits into all of this. I know we started with JavaScript because that's a popular language. Rust, I should really ask because I thought that was more like a system level project. Everyone gets a Rust SDK because Rust devs refuse to write anything else. I'm dead. And to be fair, Rust is pretty common in blockchain spaces. Yeah. And we're not blockchain, but we are blockchain adjacent, I guess. So that makes sense. WebAssembly is probably why. That makes sense too. Yeah. Yeah. There are some people that are like, I'm toying around with WebAssembly in the Discord. All right. So I would figure out how to make that. What's the next thing I needed to do? I already forgot. I think verifying the verifiable presentation, which for the first time I seen it fail, and that's because it was expired. So that's cool. I think if I do something very similar to this, it should work. So kind of like how I have here. I'm just going to try it out. You know, people say, read this. I only do it when something doesn't work. Notation, I just assume dot verify, and you take a string, so VP JWT, and then VP. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take this console log out. Streaming is so fun because now you don't have to code by yourself. Oh, no. Hold on. I did not do this right. Wait, so what did it say it needed? Go over here. Let's see. Verify. It said it's just a string, and maybe it's because I put it in object. I don't think that's right. Yeah, it has it in this. The parameter is in JWT format. Oh, I didn't sign it. I didn't sign the verifiable presentation. So that's the next thing I need to do. There we go. And then this will be this, right? I can make it have a more clear name when I put it in the documentation. And then this verification, maybe I'll make it more clear which one is which. Verifiable verification of VC successful, verification of VC failed, and then I'll say a VP just for myself. A VP failed. There we go. We're doing something. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so we did the verify part. Oh, evaluate. There's nothing even in these ones. What the hell? It should exist now. Evaluating the presentation. I wonder how I'm going to handle this because maybe there's an evaluate. There's two things, right? Verifying. Oh, okay. I need to add that here. This exists here. But the evaluating doesn't exist in the Kotlin, but though I think it's jumping. Evaluate presentation. Okay. So we have it in JavaScript. Let me see if there's anything. Maybe you need to evaluate here for any chance. Nope. And then I think that's it for the verify. Presentation definition. Let me see. Okay. What other methods do they have? They have validate payload. I feel like I should show that. Parse the verifiable presentation. I wish we could have a separate one because there's like, how do you verify a verifiable credential and then verify presentation? Maybe I can split it up. We'll see. But maybe I'll just build with everything here. I don't really understand what a VP data model. Oh, okay. So it just returns a VP data model when you create it. Verify. We've seen that. Parse. We'll try parse. I think I get what that is, but I just want an example for myself. Parse parse VP JWT. See, y'all, this is the key. If you're using GitHub Copilot and there's a method that's defined already in a file, you could open that file up and then have your file and it'll like be able to reference it very easily. Well, people probably already know that, but that's my little tip for myself. Why are you not a function? Oh, what? GitHub Copilot? You proved me wrong. I mean, you embarrassed me. You did not do what I was saying. Maybe I put the wrong thing in. So it's supposed to parse the jot, right? And maybe we put it in this way. Ah, there we go. Cool. So apparently GitHub Copilot did not read this file. So I'm not going to be saying nothing good about GitHub Copilot. Validate payload. I wonder what will be the situation you do that. Validates the structure and integrity of a verifiable presentation. Okay. So let's. This doesn't look like it is accessible in the. I don't think it's really a thing, right? Validate payload. Yeah, it's not. It's like not exposed. Yeah, we just use it when we create it. Okay, so what other things I would need? Because I swear there's like something else. When we do a presentation exchange, you need. Okay. Verifiable presentation. Okay, we already did the sign. That's it. That's like way too. Oh, validate it. I wonder how I validate. Hey, what's going on, Lee.P? I'm just talking to myself while I code. I hope y'all can even see the code. But maybe I should take a break from talking to myself. What time is it? 4:11? I think maybe around like 4:45 I'll leave because I gotta hit the gym. Oh, y'all, one thing, working out has been doing wonders for my brain. It really has. I feel like when I wasn't working out, I had so much more brain fog. So I don't know. If you're a developer and you're like, girl, I'm not able to think, just hit the gym. It's so good. And I'm getting stronger. I'm getting really stronger. But low key, I don't want my so I have a physical trainer. He's also been my friend since I was little. And he trains me and my husband. And like I've been trying to hide that I'm getting stronger because I don't want to lift the heavier weights. But he noticed and he was like, "Oh, you're trying to cheat." I'm like, "No." Uh, Working out helps the creative juices for sure. Ooh, yeah, yeah. First off, I agree with that. Yeah, like my brain just be like, "Ooh, it's moving, it's moving." It's just having a break from not staring at a screen. Also, guys, I'm getting blinds sometime this month. I mean, in April, which I'm super happy about because I've been in this house with no blinds, no curtains, and it's kind of annoying with the random light coming through. I can't really control the natural light. And you might be saying, why are you in your house without blinds? I live on a street that's like not heavily populated. It's like a new street. So I didn't really need blinds. But now they're building more houses. And I'm like, yeah, I need blinds. Uh this is a good question. What's the benefit of using a VC rather than just using a JOT? Okay, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but I'm gonna go back. Okay, VCs are verifiable credentials, right? And they are basically like digital proofs. I wrote a lot of stuff about it too. I'm gonna just drop them in the chat. Like, okay, it's my new favorite thing. You know how back in the day I was excited about GitHub Copilot? I'm excited about verifiable credentials. Let me see if I can find it. So I made this little thing. My sister drew the images. It's kind of like a comic. I'm gonna paste it in here. And then there's another one. What was it called? And I'll paste it right here. Basically, let me tell you, verifiable credentials are like digital versions of different documents you have. I said this in the beginning, so sorry for anyone hearing me repeat it. But like let's say you have a birth certificate, an ID, uh your degree, a certificate, like a academic certificate, like oh shoot, you finished free code camp or something like that. You could have that in your phone on your phone's wallet. Just like when you have like Apple Wallet and Google Wallet. Where's my Apple Pay thing? Because so you could see what I mean. Or actually, I have this picture here that my sister drew. Scroll. All right. Yeah. Which one is it? Yeah. You know how like in your phone's wallet, you might have like for me, I have like my gym card. I have like my plane ticket. I have a whole bunch of stuff in there. My debit card. And I can just tap and go. So verifiable credentials are that. Like you'll store like a verifiable credential in your phone. That's what mobile driver's license are. They're behind the scenes. Um they are verifiable credentials. And I was even showing how Auth0 is coming out with their own mobile driver's license library. It's like it's coming out later or soon or something like that this year. But basically, like this is like you submit this type of like data in a specific format, and like you might put in your family name, birth date, whatever. Like someone will issue it to you, of course, like a trusted person, like a government official, and then they convert it to a JSON web token in some projects do it differently, but in Web 5 you convert it to a JSON web token. For mobile driver's license, they convert it to CBOR. I don't know if that's CBOR or whatever, but it's like concise binary object representation. And the reason they do that is because they want to make sure it's tamper proof. So like we can look at the JSON web token that I converted it to, or converted my little VCs to. Let me see. There's one right here, right? And we could use jwt.io, and we paste it in here. And we can see the stuff that I put, right? Like I made an employment credential, software developer, start date is this time, da da da. That way no one can like make it up, edit it, pretend that they were officially issued this by the government. So it's like you create the verifiable credential so that it can be stored in your phone. It gets converted to a JSON web token so no one can change it. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Jess, for putting the link to jwt.io in there. So like I don't know if that explained it to you, but verifiable credentials are like a, what's it called? Oh yeah, there's another tool that's cool to look at. Passkeys playground. No, I haven't. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. All right, I'm gonna finish my sentence, then go look at the passkeys playground. Like verifiable credentials are a W3C standard, and basically they have a list of ways. Like here's what you need to do if you're going to make this digital credential for people, a digital card for people. And like Auth0 has this. Auth0 has a lot of good like little proof of concept things that you can see. So like you see here they have maybe if I scroll down. Yeah, they have like, oh, this person which type of, this is their ID. This is their university degree, vaccine proof. You might be like, why would you need all this stuff? But like you just, it's nice to, it's for convenience to have a backup. I think we were talking about sometimes when you're waiting in the mail for your ID to come, you can have that right there. Or even like, let's say your school shuts down, you want proof that you were able to go there. It's just like a convenience factor. Oh wait, let me see learnpasskeys.io. I think it's just so cool. Learnpasskeys.io. This is good for me because I don't know anything about passkeys. Let's see passkeys in action. In fact, websites tell me you want to sign up for a passkey, and I'm like, no, because I'm not. It seems scary. I'm not ready for it. So let's see how user registration works with passkeys. User registration is a web auth. Is it web auth n? Like I don't know if that's how you say it. Ceremony where a user, you, interacts with a client, your web browser, to create a public key credential. Oh, it's quite similar to like digital identifiers. I mean, decentralized identifiers with the passkey thing, or with the public key thing, or on an authenticator such as a security key, Google Password Manager, iCloud Keychain. Nice. This new credential is scoped to a specific relying party on a web application, which means that the user can only use the credential on the domain of that web application. The relying party also associates the credential with the user's account. Okay, so you create the user data. This is so cute. Yo, we should have something like this. I'm about to steal these ideas. Auth0 is going in. Start by selecting a unique random username and display name to create a user's relying party account. Okay, so what do I do? Oh, okay, so this is my username. This is this display name. I thought I could edit it. All right, sure. No, I don't want to be Stan. I want to be a girl. That looks like a girl name. Sure. Tepid Marilyn? Okay, sure. Whatever. Okay, get a challenge and other registration options. The authenticator needs parameters, registration options, that specify the desired attributes that a new credential must have to satisfy the security requirements of the relying party. The registration must include a challenge and a unique user ID for the credential. The challenge must be randomly generated by the relying party in a trusted environment, such as server side, to avoid replay attacks. That's cool. Additionally, the registration options must supply user account attributes such as a username and a display name. For this demo, we'll send the user data you selected to the relying party server. Okay. Oh, and these are the registration options. And then we'll see my username and my display name. And then the relying party can use user.id. Oh, is this my I can't remember if the user ID was the public key credential or what. I don't know. And the username. Okay, cool. Ah, here's the public key stuff. Cool, cool, cool. And identifiers in a database record to identify your user account. Awesome. I want to use the credentials. Okay. Now we want to create a passkey credential. So it's going to call navigator.credentials.create method from WebAuth, then I don't know, API in the client. All right. The client then connects with an available authenticator, passes down the registration option. The authenticator can only create a credential if it meets the criteria. Oh, wait, I gotta do it for real? All right, all right. My Chrome profile. Sure, let's do it. We'll do tepid, whatever. And then, okay. I guess we saved it. The authenticator uses the credential private key to sign the randomly generated challenge from the relying party server. This is cool because I did want to do like a blog post or some kind of thing on the different types of like authentication methods and the different ways that we've used identity over the years. So this is cool. And then, oh wait, there's comments. It is magical. Oh, I did one already. Oh, I didn't even, I was about to, I thought I needed to do more. Wait, I want to verify and log in. I want to verify and log in. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. See public key. This demo account. This is nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna see if like our team can build some type of demo like this. This is cool. All right, I missed a lot of comments. Uh Girl, but it is you said it was a good explanation? You're still a little confused. Okay, I know, and I talked fast. I talked fast. But, like, if you read some of the stuff I gave you, girl, but it's so good, though. Yeah, maybe I should try out passkeys. I just get nervous. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I could only imagine someone who's not technical. I just didn't okay, web authn, cool. Can't be fished because of domain locking. Takes a lot of user error out of the equation for auth. Interesting. I created a passkey for my personal Google account and I couldn't be happier. Works on Discord too. Y'all are raving. Okay, I'm gonna try it out. I can't be behind. Good to know I use it for Amazon and GitHub. See, you just did one. No, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. It was nice. It was magical. Discord's head of security was joking that the internal project code name for turning that on should be named after me because I nagged them about I'm dead. At least you got them to do it. Hey Chrissy. Hey Chrissy. I'm just learning about passkeys now. And oop, I didn't mean to zoom in the wrong thing. I meant to zoom in this. It's been cool so far. I want to see the authenticator in action. Oh, so this challenge, what is this? I feel like I forgot. Is it like what encrypted string is it? Is it JSON web token? Like what is this? Select the passkey credential. Okay. Oh, that's how it looks. Okay, so then I would do that, and then it would ask me sign in with my fingerprint. Okay, that's cool. All right, finish login. Welcome to me. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna select this over. I wonder if we can do a demo kind of like this. Uh I'm gonna put Slack on my other computer though. Hopefully it goes over there. No. All right. I just want to put this. Idea to build out some kind of proof of concept with VCs or TB decks that has a workflow that people can just click through like this. Cool. This was inspirational. Oh, my team is sad because Angie thought we had Easter off. So she told us we had Easter off, but now we figure out we don't. Sad. That's all right. Okay. We have 20 more minutes. Let's see what tweets I got. People are telling me if it works the first time, people will say it's edited. So my thoughts, I use Apple Notes like crazy, y'all. Do y'all use Apple Notes or do you use like Obsidian, Notion? I find that anything that is like super, or I'm like, I don't know, I'm messy or something. Anything that's like super organized and like has so much process, it then becomes like a lot of overhead for me. And then I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm like, Apple Notes, easy, straightforward, gets to the point for me. And I'm curious for y'all, like, are you team Apple Notes or no? Because I'm like, people say it's not organized, but you can do folders, you can do smart folders, you can do searches, you can connect things to each other. I use Apple Notes as work and Notion for my projects. Interesting. But I started to use Notion solely and added things as I needed. Nice. I use Google Docs, note taking mostly. Yeah, I think I use Google Docs, but like if I'm like, here's some ideas I have or something, I'll put it in my Apple Notes, if that makes any sense. But good stuff, y'all. All right, what was the last thing I wanted to do here? Because it looks like, oh, maybe I got so distracted. Validating a presentation submission already is here. Oh yeah, we said I was done, right? We did. And I can probably just go to the docs and try to add this in different places. I feel like this is the first non-mess of a Twitch stream that I've ever had. Every Twitch stream I leave almost crying. Oh my gosh, y'all. Swift? Let me show you why I hate Swift. Or I don't know. Or what I've learned about Swift, right? So you got the package.swift. This is like your package.json in JavaScript. Basically, it's just like where you put your dependencies. You're like, yo, I want to have this installed and that installed. And then you got your package.resolved. And this is like locking down the versions of your package dependencies. So like, I don't know, kind of like your package lock in JavaScript. So I think of this as like package JSON and this one as package lock. But what's really weird, and I guess it's supposed to be helpful, but maybe because I'm just not familiar with Swift and I didn't find this helpful at all, is that the Swift package manager automatically updates things. So like if it saw that, oh, Roselle's trying to maybe handle JSON, we have a package for that, and it'll automatically pull in those packages. What I didn't like is that because some of our dependencies, so package dependencies, they point not to like an npm registry or anything, like there's no name. You point it to like the GitHub URL and you say like what branch you want it on. This points to the main branch. And like, so as people are updating this repository and the Swift package manager is like, oh, we need to automatically update. Like that was like pissing me off. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I can't stand Swift. And I feel like there's like a lot of unnecessary typing that you need to do in Swift. I feel like we did too much. Let me see. I think I wrote this test and I was ready to cry. And it wasn't even, it's simple, right? Or it looks simple. It's not a lot of lines of code, but it was just so specific, so picky, opinionated. That's what it was. It was like, no, this is invalid JSON a million times. I'm like, it's not invalid JSON. It works. It's literally the one that I use for JavaScript. So yeah, that's my rant on me being a Swift hater. I went in with good intentions, but I'm over it. This was fun to watch. Maybe I'll be lucky to see you do more JavaScript things in the future. Thanks for tuning in. I'm low key gonna just wrap up or I guess talk to myself. Oh, don't forget to delete the demo data once you have a chance. Oh shoot. Let me do it right now. Demo. Where was I? How we deletion. Okay. No, I want to use my finger. Hold on. Try again. All right. Delete. Continue with manual deletion. Complete. All right. Thanks for reminding me of that. This is so cool. Like I would like really feel like we need some playgrounds that kind of people could walk through rather than like, they got to run code. I think we might have our quick start. That's kind of a playground and we're going to restart. We're going to redo that. Oh my God, wait a minute. I do have a ticket that I need to redo the quick start. So maybe that would be my goal to make the quick start more like the types of playgrounds y'all have. Cause it's really cute. I guess we have this, like, you could run the code, but I like how it like steps through and like you can actually interact with something in your browser. That's nice. It wouldn't break anything. It was just a good thing to do. No, I agree. Cause I'm just like, what if I like open it up later on in the future? I'm like, who's Marilyn? Whatever. Yeah, it's just better to like keep it cleaned up. Or if I start adding some passkeys in too. Let me see what else. I kind of don't want to write any more code because it wasn't a lot, but Jess said exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's how I feel. What else can I talk about? Oh, I'm trying to write a blog post on my first 6 months as a staff developer advocate. And to my surprise, it doesn't feel much different than when I was a regular developer advocate. Um, but I think that's a good thing because I didn't, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I want to write it so that for a couple of reasons. One, so that other people can understand or learn about maybe some responsibilities of a staff developer advocate. Because I feel like there's not as much content around it. I feel like I talked about this earlier too, but still. And then also, I want people to understand like what work I'm doing over here. I know when I switched over to this company, a lot of people were like, you know, being kindly cautious for me. They were like, "Oh yeah, like maybe you should do it, but we don't really know what they're doing over there." So I think I want it to be clear, especially since it's an open source company, like what cool things we're doing over there. So it's not like I'm just doing nothing. I want it to be known. And I want to just hit people to all of it. And I'll probably like recap stuff, like all the random work I've done within work, non-work stuff I've done, and just like overall impressions, I guess. I've been writing mad blogs. But I think I ran out of stuff to talk about almost. Let me see. Jess says, "Ooh, I complete 3 years as a dev advocate this month. I wrote a huge post for 1 year. Yes, you should. Honestly, I think you should because I remember when I was trying to become a developer advocate, I just felt like I wanted to learn about like what people were doing in their day to day because I wanted to figure out like is this actually something I could do? I see the description of what developer advocates do, but I didn't really know what they do for real. So I think if you did a update, that would be cute. Also, it might be close to my 3-year too. When did I join? No, it's not that. I think I joined in September 2021, so September 2024 will be, like, my 3 years as a developer advocate. Chrissy said, "I'm gonna tell you what you told me when I was hesitant to write about my first paid writing zit." Thank you. Yes, you're right. I should do it. I guess I'm not hesitant. I'm just lazy this time. I'm just lazy. Okay. Hi, Ciora. Oh my god, y'all. Ciora had a really, really good stream. It was like so therapeutic. It was like black women chatting. Like it was Dawn and Ciora. And then in the like comments was just black women too. It was like me, Kadesha, and Shola. And it was just like really interesting to like talk about stuff like or listen to them talking about stuff like just navigating the industry as a black woman in tech and making sure that like your wins are highlighted. That could be a good content too. Look forward to the blog post. Thank you. Let's see what else. Speaking of dev.2, I'm close to 10K followers. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go. I seen you putting out tons of content. Ciora, you're popular. Everybody's like, hey. Good. Yeah, that stream, it was dope. It was dope. All right. I know y'all just people just jumped in, but I'm low key probably gonna leave because I've been here for like an hour and I'm ready for the gym. So thanks for like stopping by, y'all. I'm trying to be more consistent about streaming myself coding. I'm very consistent with streaming myself talking with people, but I don't really stream myself coding that much because sometimes when I code, nothing's working, and I'm like, this is just embarrassing. So yeah, they are an amazing pair programming duo. Look at you going to the gym. I gotta get like you. No, listen, it makes my brain so much clearer because like I don't know, I have ADHD and like I be having brain fog and like I just be jumping around a lot. When I go to the gym, I'm like, now I can come back focused. And also my husband, he don't play about being on time to things. So if he's leaving for the gym at like 5:05, I better be there on the dot or else he's driving away. So like I try to be on time about that. But I don't know. Let me stop sharing. That's all I have. Thanks for watching me code and talk to myself. And yeah, that's it. Bye y'all. Oh, wait. Chrissy just posted everything. But y'all, look at that dev post. I'll look at it after. Okay. Bye now, y'all.